friends, I'm Lala. This is Flavors of New York, and today I'm in my neighborhood here on the Lower East Side at a historic hotel called the Blue Moon Hotel that also happens to have a coffee shop and an Italian restaurant. There's a big story here. I can't wait to hear it. Let's go meet Randy. Hello, you must be Randy.
Yes, you must be Lala. I've been anticipating your visit.
What service? I love this. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
What?
I hope you like Chenin Blanc.
Oh, absolutely. Cheers. Thank you. Okay, yes. This is the best I've been welcomed in a while.
Absolutely, you're a connoisseur.
Thank you.
And I have to make sure your palate is clean before you try anything.
I love that on this warm afternoon. So this is your place. As I walk in, I'm noticing, first of all, that there's a lot of artwork, and I hear you're an artist.
I'm an artist, and this is a 5-year art preservation design project. The hotel itself was acknowledged by National Geographic as being one of 150 in the Western Hemisphere to check into. The same love and fastidiousness I have applied it to create a cafe, trattoria, Sweet Dreams Cafe, Settembrini Trattoria, based on my Nonna Carolina's famous restaurant in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s in Williamsburg called Vesuvius.
So just to be clear, we've got a cafe, Sweet Dreams, we've got a trattoria, and we have this historic hotel that used to be a tenement. Yes?
Yes, there's a lot going on here.
There is a lot going on. And I don't live that far away. I only live a few blocks away, so it's amazing to see what is going on in my own neighborhood. So shall we walk over here and talk about the cafe first?
Sure.
Let's do it. Let's talk about this cafe, Sweet Dreams Cafe. This is new, right?
It's about 4 months old.
Okay.
It's a soft opening. It's predicated, as I said, on my Nonna Carolina's culture. And so we bake everything on the premises. We try to bake everything with olive oil. It's artisan workmanship. Nothing comes from outside.
I love that. And you do coffee, and this is the lobby of the hotel as well. So it's a really nice welcome when you walk in. I can smell, and I mean, these were just made, right?
Right. So,
That's amazing.
So my wife does the majority of the baking. She just made pincetas, and she makes 7 different types of biscotti. She makes tiramisu, cannoli,
Amazing.
panna cotta,
One of my favorite desserts, panna cotta.
budino, and dolce lemon.
Well, what a nice way to be welcomed when you check in here to the hotel with the smells and the coffee and the baked goods. I love it.
And the coffee's Lavazza.
Okay, going straight up Italian.
100%.
I love this. We're directly across from the Tenement Museum, and this was not originally a hotel. This was a tenement, correct?
Absolutely. It was a 5-story tenement. And I envisioned giving it a second life as a stately hotel. So what I did was I took an old woman, made her young and glamorous when she wasn't too pretty to begin with.
Well, she's gorgeous now, so good for you. But you were telling me that this is one of the second oldest tenement in the neighborhood?
Well, we're the second oldest on the block to the museum. We're 1879. It was built by Julius Bokel. He built the first German Baptist church in New York.
Okay.
And like the museum, we belong to the National Trust.
How did this building come into your possession?
At the end of 2006 in January,
Okay.
we opened and we did a soft opening. And we ran the hotel for 9 years. We had leased it due to family considerations. And then the tenant fled in the pandemic, leaving the building in a sorry disrepair than it was initially.
Oh no.
But yeah, it was a near-death experience, but somehow, we came together as a family. Whatever we lost financially, we gained my children gained fighting for their economic existence.
So during the pandemic, that person left and you just took it over, refurbished it, and made it what it is today.
It was a lot more difficult than that, but what we basically did was we had to rip everything out that he had, the way he had the building done, and we had to repair everything.
So you were essentially starting from scratch.
It was tempting fate a second time.
And how long did that whole process take?
Well, we couldn't open anyway because of the restrictions.
Right.
We couldn't get PPP. All of that slowed us down, but somehow after 18 months, we miraculously got open.
So after that lovely conversation, I'm so intrigued. I want to see more of the history before we hit up the restaurant. So
There's so much I'd love to show you.
great, let's go. Let's do it. Lead the way.
One thing I want to point out to you, Lala.
Okay.
Well, these collages are made with the personal effects from time capsules that were upstairs from rooms that were closed
Oh my
from the
God.
tenants for over 70 years.
Really?
And anonymous merchants that came to the building. This is my favorite of all of them. This one is about little boys. First of all, the underlaid in Depression era green stamps. It was almost a form of currency because
Right.
you could get a pot, a pan during the Depression. As a chef, you
Yeah.
appreciate that. You could get your son a mitt, your daughter a doll, which was not readily available. There was a little boy's homework on top that I think speaks to the heart of where we are today and what we can do. And
Wait,
where
does
we
that
need
say
to go.
1936?
Absolutely. It's a
Wow.
fourth grader's homework from 1936, and it's an indictment against the educational system because this little immigrant boy's got command of the English language.
So crazy. And he lived here somewhere.
He lived
I-
in this building,
that's
Morris Adler, PS 42. Underneath there, there's a 1922 Boy Scout card, and there's a beautiful buffalo hunt. You look at the color on that buffalo hunt. It looks like a watercolor.
It does. And I love how you've taken all of the things that were found here and made pieces of art out of them. That's so cool. Show me some more.
Sure.
I love that these are all over the place. I could spend hours just looking at all of the details in these. Is there anything you want to tell me about this one?
You're right. They're like a Hieronymus Bosch. The more you look, the more you see how there's another world beyond this world. It's almost metaphysical in a way. But here, when you look up, you see the world is very different, but very much the same. This collage is about society. There's bootleg wars, 2 die as guns blazing, 6 holdups. There's sports. There's Wimbledon. There's swimming. There's Olympics. There's Giants round robins, 11 to 3.
I love
5
it.
cent Sunday news.
So fun. Seriously, I could just stare at these forever and ever and ever. All right, dining room time?
Okay.
All right, thank you. So tell me about these paintings. You did these.
I did all the paintings. They're all oil on canvas. I paint in oil. Oil's the blood and guts of painting, and it's my medium. And all of the paintings, whether it's the Adam and Eve series, whether it's about marriage, courting, children, they're all about people. And that's really why we're here, for our interpersonal relationships and to grow those connections and to give life meaning.
And speaking of, this whole hotel and business is a family affair. Your daughter's working in the cafe, correct? Your wife does all the baking. I love
All
that.
my children are working at the cafe from time to time, depending when and how, and in every capacity possible.
That's amazing. That's a beautiful thing to be working with your family.
It is. It's something that's fitting for the hotel because everything here is about an earlier time when people knew who they were, what was expected of them, and so family comes together to help one another.
Can I see your room now? Because I'm dying to see more historic aspects of the place.
I'd love to show you 2 rooms if you'd like. They're the biggest and best in New York City.
Oh, quite the statement. We are walking into this elevator, and I need to know some details about the hotel. But
Well,
first,
you
we've
love-
got Starry Night up here. I see that.
If you love art and you love history, this is the kind of cab you want to catch.
This is the kind of cab I want to catch. How many rooms?
Only 22, but some of the big and best rooms in New York City. We have 311 to 750 square feet.
Ooh, 750. It's
I'll
probably
tell
bigger
you,
than my apartment.
Seeing is believing. But look up. This is the first interactive Van Gogh in New York. And this was taken from the back of the staircases.
Okay.
This is wainscoting that was from the original building.
Amazing.
And all of it to make you feel like you're stepping back in time.
I indeed do. From the creakiness. It's very authentic.
You'll see when we exit, the second fireplace is right ahead of you. Fireplaces that were originally in each of the tenement rooms.
That is so cool.
We're going in the Eddie Cantor room.
Oh
Did I lie?
my god.
Did I exaggerate?
Can I move in here? The light is stunning. The ceilings. This is beautiful.
Every single little detail was fretted over. See?
Wow. So is this one of your larger rooms?
This is one of them. It's not the largest room. Our rooms go up to 750 square feet. This is about maybe 550. There's a fabulous view.
Yeah, can we step out onto the terrace, please?
Would you like to feel like you're in New York City?
I would love to feel like that, especially with my wine.
Then let's.
Oh my, this.
So you feel like you own New York City. There's Freedom Tower, Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building. You can feel the history going down to Houston, or you can feel the history going down to Canal.
This is the Lower East Side. This is New York.
This is the wrought iron that was custom made, and that was taken from the original tenement for continuity.
I just can't believe that you have rooms in the middle of New York City with, what did you say, 26-foot terrace?
Below is a 26 and a half wide terrace with that same view that makes you feel like you own New York City. And you really feel like it's a place that you are in the heart and center of everything. You feel like the world is revolving around you in these, especially these two suites.
What a gem. It's so beautiful.
If you look on the wall, these are black and whites from Rebecca Lepkoff. She was a prolific photographer from the 1930s. We have kitchenettes, china, silverware, pots and pans, induction plate, and a refrigerator.
Amazing. All the amenities, should you wish to cook while here in the city.
This is the original tenement door. I put a faux finish on it to make it more lively. 6-foot hydro massage, period appropriate bathroom, black and white New York City tiles and subway tiles. This is very simple, but it was copied by art connoisseur James Gardner for an apartment that he had in Buenos Aires.
I just love the light, even in the bathroom. Stunning.
Very different. Okay, so that was our quintessential room. This is our luxury room. And this is also a beautiful room. Everything you have there, you pretty much have here. Table, chairs, kitchenette, beautiful luxury bathroom, Rebecca Lepkoff's black and whites, and a different view, a real New York view, the back of the building. And has a 14.5 high ceiling, just like the Eddie Cantor room.
As I walk in here, I'm just so drawn to looking up. I love that you walk in and you immediately have such a stunning view, and as in the last room, the light is just gorgeous in here.
As a painter, light is very important to me. I tried to flood the building with all the light I could from every direction I could get.
Can I move in? I'm serious.
We'd love to have you. When building initially, there were a lot of stops and goes. My great-grandfather, Gennaro Piscopo, built the Half Moon Hotel, and he was a prolific builder up until the Depression. He lost everything, but he did such an amazing job as an immigrant that assuredly didn't know English when he got here, that it gave me a lot of faith that I'll get through the project. I said, if this guy can come and have an enormous family and do what he did, and his genes are in my blood, I'm going to follow through. So, and somehow miraculously we did get open. Now, during the pandemic, I said, wow, I've always wanted to have a restaurant here where I can memorialize my family's recipes and, have a throwback to a time when it was, production was more artisan, and there was a sense that everything was handmade. So I'm channeling my grandmother, Carolina Capone Piscopo, to get this restaurant the way she had hers. She opened hers in the Depression because she wasn't going to be poor. She made her own ravioli, she made her own gnocchi, she made her own tomato sauce, she made her own mozzarella. And so we too...
Making me hungry.
We'll bring a few things out for you to sample.
I love that.
So Lala, this is our caprese. It's underlined with pesto, and there's a sweet balsamic glaze over it, and I hope you like it.
I don't know if you know this about me, Alan, but not many things make me happier than cheese. Especially caprese. Some caprese, some fresh veg. There is a pesto on the bottom, and it's very bright and delicious. Love that pesto.
So you're a skinny little girl with a big appetite. So this is perfect. I'm gonna bring it all out at once for Lala.
I love it.
My Nonna's Neapolitan meatball, the Capone recipe.
Fantastic.
Tell me what you think.
All right, so we've got the meatball. We have a house-made ravioli. What's inside the ravioli?
This ravioli is funghi pomodori in cream sauce.
Yum! I love
And
mushrooms.
this is salmone fettuccine in a cream sauce.
Oh my gosh! Look at this beautiful Italian food. I'm going for the ravioli first. So, craftsmanship, homemade,
Yes, make this
beautiful
ravioli by hand
family
in our bakery
recipes.
kitchen downstairs. We bake everything on the premises. Try our best to make everything with olive oil. That will be 100% soon. And
The texture of the pasta is beautiful. It's a really nice thin. It's not a super thick ravioli. The filling is
So
seasoned
happy
so
to
well.
hear you say
Oh my
that.
god, I'm using my hands. Sorry.
uno coltello. Per la
Grazie.
signora.
But you also, as I'm waving this knife around, you happen to be kosher as well.
Right. So my Nonna Carolina was Italian American. She was Catholic, as most Italian Americans are, and her restaurant was Vesuvius, and it was famous in its day. But my mother was a Russian first generation Russian Jew, and I keep the traditions of Judaism, which requires dietary restrictions. So this is great not only for kosher people.
I'm very intrigued by this. We have a plant-based meatball here, and look at that. If you're looking at it, you wouldn't even necessarily know. So I'm very excited to put this in my mouth.
Gotta go like this.
It's really well done
Oh.
for being a plant-based meatball.
You made me so happy.
That's delicious. The seasoning's spot on.
Do you taste the raisins?
Yeah, you got that sweetness in there,
Right.
and
so
that's
that
what
is
makes
the-
it Neapolitan.
Exactly, and it's our own tomato sauce as well.
Oh, the tomato sauce is good. So look at that. You can be vegetarian and still enjoy a delicious meatball, as they say.
Right?
Salmon and pasta and cheese.
Do you like salmon?
I do enjoy salmon. And I enjoy pasta, so thank you. Just trying to get all of this without getting it all over myself.
You have to do like the Southern Italians. I can bring you a spoon.
Ah. That's delicious. Salmon is, I mean, you can see the herbs on it. It's perfectly seasoned. It's not overcooked. The pasta is al dente. The sauce is beautiful. This is really lovely food that you're doing back here. And as a neighborhood resident, I would never even know. So I'm so grateful. Thank you so
Right.
much.
So we are a hidden gem still, but we've been open for 4 months. I could honestly, unabashedly say that whoever has come, for the great majority of people who are local, have come back, even from Queens, Brooklyn, Long Island. They've come back, and
That's a testament to your food and your hospitality.
Thank you kindly.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
It was so nice to meet you. It was so beautiful to hear your story. Thank you for giving me a tour of this amazing historic place. Your rooms are stunning. You need a place to stay in New York or a restaurant, or just want to meet this fabulous person.
Mi casa, tu casa.
We're here on the Lower East Side. Tell me the names of everything again. So
Sweet Dreams
that's the cafe.
is the cafe. You can see us online, Sweet Dreams Bakery, nyc.com. You could see the Blue Moon Hotel,
Blue Moon Hotel.
nyc.com, -nyc.com. You can stop by and see the paintings, the murals, the collages, no extra charge. And you're welcome to be our guest. And my time's your time. I'll be happy to tell you all about our history, about the art and design, about the preservation.
I love
Just
it.
like Lala and I spent this afternoon.
Come hang out with Randy. You will not be disappointed, and you just might learn something. For Flavors of New York, I'm Lala. We'll see you next time.
Ciao amici,
Thank
ci
you.
vediamo.
Ciao.